feel today? Ask yourself this question.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We ready! We ready! We ready! We ready! And let's go to the house! And let's go to the house!
When I step on the field, I send one message. And this is what it feels like. This is what it feels like.
Football is getting hit. That's it.
It's gonna be football now! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's hunt now! Let's hunt now! Let's go! Let's hunt! We ready! And let's go to the house! And let's go to the house!
We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this, how like we the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up your chin strap.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Don't disrespect the game like that. There's too much crying from them.
He's a man. They can be hit just like us. He's a man.
You already make the big money.
He's a man.
Don't cry when you step on the field, man. That's war out there.
When I step on the field, I send one message. And this is what it feels like.
Oh, my bad. Your bad don't work in my world.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! We ready! And let's go to the house! And let's go to the house! It's a wrap. Game over.
It's not over. It's just getting started. Running a little late, but I'm here, and I got to tell you, I'm on one today. I was driving in, coming back from training with a new insurance company that I'm working with, trying to get their offerings in my portfolio, and was thinking about a whole lot of stuff because some stuff came up, and I was just like, oh yeah, look, I gotta go. I gotta get on my show. And I'm on one today. So I'm just tell y'all now, get ready. Put your kids up. Grown folk talk today. Grown folk talk today because I'm on one today. I'm on one today. It's Winning Wednesday. It's a lunch break powered by JM&E, streaming live on ROKU TV, courtesy of BS3 TV. Y'all tell Ben Sutter III, I'm sorry if I got to put money in the swear jar today. Let me go ahead and drop a 50 on them. And I'm on one today. I'm on one today. So let me get all the preliminary stuff out of the way. We had a phenomenal week in the Lunch Break Weekly, keeping up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge. A lot of folks got well this week. A lot of folks who had a bad week the week before had a great week this week. So I can't even acknowledge all the 500 and better folks because there were so many of them. What I am going to do is acknowledge those who were like, I don't know, 10 wins or better. If you were 10 wins or better, let me give you a shout out. If you were 10 wins or better, let me give you a shout out. So, all right, get ready. This week, got to give a lot of love to Al High, T-Bone, Emmanuel, Amber, Football G, the coach, Johnny Cole. They all had 10 wins in this week. Then we had some 11-win folks. King Dawk was back from Cali. He had 11 wins. CJ, I told y'all watch out for CJ. When she gets focused and focuses on her picks, she can drop some. She had 11 wins. Big Mike had 11 wins. Alexis popped in with 11 wins. Erica with a K had 11 wins. Big Time Floyd had 11 wins. And last week's winner, Miss Pearl, had 11 wins. But, man, we had some 12-win folks. And, boy, I tell you, thank goodness for the tiebreaker. Willie Gibson had 12 wins. Vinny H had 12 wins. And Milo came through with 12 wins. So we go to the tiebreaker. Wait, hold on. Uh-oh, I'm getting a message. Oh, we don't go to the tiebreaker? No, because we had somebody with 13 wins. They only got 2 wrong this week. And all by herself with 13 wins was none other than Miss Black College Experience herself, Keisha Kelly, 13 wins. and she took it all. So congratulations, Keisha Kelly. She won 13, had 13 wins, and she got the money for this week. I got her Cash App because she has won before. So let me give her some love and let her know that she got the big money. So again, for all of y'all who had, Al is balling. Al is on top. In fact, I'm gonna give the current standings for the week. I mean, for so far through week 8, the current standings. You want to be in that top 6. You want to be in that top 6 so that you can compete for $500 cash. Ask Keith Hennig about it. He was in that top 6 at the end of last year, and it went wrong early. It went wrong Astros style last night. For Keith Hennig, it went wrong Astros style last night. We take this first break, come back, and I'm going to give you the standings of the Lunch Break Weekly Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge. But first, I got to say congratulations, Keisha Kelly. She only got 2 wrong. Only got 2 wrong. And she was pretty doggone close on that final score. So if it had come down to the tiebreaker, somebody was really going to have to work to beat her. So, all right, take this break. I'll be right back. Don't forget, I'm on one today. I'm on one today. Let me give me something. Hey, listen, let me give me something to just kind of get my mind right. What is this?
This is a BS3 Network presentation.
I want to show that attainability. I want to show the accessibility of this kind of lifestyle.
From social media to having conversations with friends and family, you always have to put on face and say face.
What brings a smile to my face is the one person that totally believes in me, and that's my beautiful wife, Jody.
I just had to stop because I didn't value myself. I didn't love myself. And it's like, I have to learn to love myself.
Changing the world one conversation at a time. This is Revelations. Discouragement, sorrow, distance. Your arguments cause damage to your family. The hurt leads to divorce. You feel like there is nowhere else to turn. But there is hope for you. That's where we come into play. There is an overcomer that lives inside of you. One ready to take on the world as you leap for joy, living in victory. You'll grow to love yourself and others. There's life after divorce, and you can claim it today. Get Over Divorce, where your new story begins here every Thursday on YouTube and Spreaker.
All right, we're back here on this lunch break. Keep it up with the Jones. No, I'm sorry. No, we're talking about the lunch break. Keep it up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge. Today is Winning Wednesday. Keisha Kelly won big. Keisha Kelly won big this week. Had 13 wins. She only got 2 wrong. Let me see which 2 she got wrong. Hold on. Let me go back to the weekly results. Keisha Kelly missed the New England, New York Jets game, and she missed the Seattle, New York Giants game. But she got everything right. She got Baltimore over Tampa Bay. She got Denver over Jacksonville. She got Dallas over Chicago. She got New Orleans over the Raiders. She got Philly over Pittsburgh, Tennessee over Houston. And these are the 2 that kind of got me. She got Washington over Indiana, and she got Atlanta over Carolina, but she lives in Atlanta, so I can understand that. Miami over Detroit, got that. Minnesota over Arizona. She got San Francisco over the Rams, Buffalo over Green Bay, and she had Cleveland over Cincinnati. And man, I'm going to tell you, she just had a great week. Great week. Again, several people with 12 wins. Milo, Willie G, Vinny Hardy had 12. Who else had 12? I'm forgetting somebody. And then several people had 11 wins. But again, big week for a lot of people. Big win for a lot of people. Now, let me give you the current standings. You want to be in the top 6. You want to be in the top 6 at the end of the season. And we've got how many more weeks left? Man, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 weeks left. So you still got a chance. Don't give up. Don't miss your picks. Don't miss a week of your picks, because a couple of people have fallen out of the running because they missed a week of their picks. Al High is number 1 right now. Al High is number 1 right now with 74 wins. 74 wins. Right behind him is the man that's always in the running, Big Time Floyd, with 73. Then you got a couple of people at 3 and 4 with 72 wins. Miss Pearl and Emmanuel with 72 wins. At number 5, you got Milo with 71. At 6, you got my frat Delano with 71. At 7, just outside of the top 6, you got Amber with 71. At number 8, Chi-Town with 70. Number 9, Erica with 70. And at number 10, you got Football G with 69 wins. All right. So that's the top 10. And as you can see, to be in that number 6 spot, Amber is a tiebreaker away. Chi-Town and Erica with a K are 1 win away. Football G is 2 wins away. And then even at 11 and 12, Clarence has 68. Alexis has 67. Todd 65. Big Mike 64. Big Mike 65. T-Bone 65. That's 15. Keith Hennick at 64. He's at 16. Keisha Kelly 64, 17. Vinny Hardy's 18. Charlotte's 19. And King Doc is 20th. So you're not out of it yet, folks. You are not out of it yet. You want to be in that top 6 with Al High, Big Time Floyd, Miss Pearl, Emmanuel, Milo, and Delano. That's where you can compete for $500 cash. And we are using those tiebreakers to separate 1 through 6. So you might have the same score as somebody, but you got to beat them in the tiebreakers or else you'll be 1 spot behind them. So, man, it's coming down to the wire. It is coming down to the wire. I love it. And you got 10 weeks left. So here's what you got to do. I want to get this all out before I get to what I'm on one about, man. I'm just like, what the heck? Yeah, anyway. Give me your picks. Give me your picks by tomorrow. 6 p.m. Central. And you can text them in 832-403-5005. Now, what I've done is when I'm in the studio and my interns are with me, I give them my phone. So don't tell me how sexy I am. Don't tell me how fine I am. Don't send me no hearts and all that because my interns are going to sit there and be like, what's wrong with let me see. Let me pick on somebody I can pick on. What's wrong with man, I don't want to mess with none of these folks. What's wrong with Keith Hennick? Why is he blowing you kisses? That's what I'll do. Keith Hennick, my brother, he know the deal. What's wrong with Keith Hennick? Why are you blowing you kisses? What's wrong with Willie G? Why Willie G got hearts on all his, don't do that because they're going to have my phone. They're going to send you a message back that says, got him. Or they'll send you a message back that says, hey, you don't have the final score of the Monday night game. Or they will tell you you have not picked all of the games. And some of you did not do better because you didn't pick all the games. You got to pick all of them for them to all count. All right. So you got to have them to me by 6. Or you can email them. AJ@JonesMediaandENT.com. AJ@JonesMediaandENT.com. And you'll get a message back from one of the interns, Destiny or Ebony, that says, got them. And they're doing a great job, man. They are putting the stats together. Every now and then they'll miss one here and there. But you know what? If you call them and say, hey, no, I had this, and they can go back and confirm it, they will correct it. Fortunately, nobody's, we've had to pull money back from somebody and give it to someone else. But it does, your correct score is in the total. Let me go over those totals again. Right now, number 1, Al High with 74 wins. Number 2, Big Time Floyd, 73. Number 3, Miss Pearl. I don't know who's picking for Miss Pearl or if she's doing it herself. But in week 5, she had 12 wins. In week 7, she had 11 wins. In week 8, she had 11 wins. She got 72. She's at number 3. Emmanuel at 72. He's at number 4. Milo with 71 wins is at 5. And Delano with 71 wins is at 6. Amber, Chi-Town, Erica, and Football G are all just outside of the top 6 at 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right? So stick in there, Clarence. Stick in there, Alexis. Stick in there, Todd. Stick in there. He had a bad week. Todd had 7 wins this week. What in the world? Todd, what were you thinking? Big Mike had a big week, but he's down there. He's got to pick it up. Keith, you just got to pick it up. Y'all are there. Y'all are right there. So, all right. So that's the deal. Let me take another break. Hey, CJ, I was just talking about you. I was telling them, man, y'all watch out for CJ. Where are you in the standings? CJ, right now in the standings, you are at number 34 because you had 2 weeks of zeros. But you've been killing it ever since you've been back. So You gotta pick it up over these next 10 weeks, CJ. You gotta pick it up because you're not out of it, CJ. You just gotta pick it up. All right. You're at number 34 right now. Anybody else want to know where you are in the standings? Just hit me up. Just hit me up and I'll let you know. But congratulations, Keisha Kelly. You sent her $50. Erica Cross, let me tell you where you are because you're right in the mix of it, Erica. You're like right there. Erica, you're at number 9, but you're only 1 win and a few tiebreakers out of number 6. You're at number 9 with 70 wins, and number 6 has 71 wins. So that ought to let you know how close you are. You had a good week, too. 11 wins. You had a good week. You had a good week. Y'all are right there. You had a white. No, you didn't win. Keisha Kelly won. She only got 2 wrong. She had 13. You had 11. So you gotta put some gas in it. You gotta put that Mizzou on it. You know how you were when you're real quiet off the court, but when you got on that court, you and Tamika Dixon was talking mess to each other. You got to find you a Tamika Dixon in that top 6. Start talking some mess and get in there. All right. Let me take this break, man, because I'm on one. When I come back, I got some stuff to say. You're not gonna like it, but I love you. Put the kids up because it's about to go PG-15. Okay. Can we do PG-18? PG-18 when I come back right after this on the lunch break, powered by JM&E. Let me put something on here to make me feel better because, man, I'm on one today. What's
discouragement, sorrow, distance. Your arguments cause damage to your family. The hurt leads to divorce. You feel like there is nowhere else to turn, but there is hope for you. That's where we come into play. There is an overcomer that lives inside of you, one ready to take on the world as you leap for joy, living in victory. You'll grow to love yourself and others. There's life after divorce, and you can claim it today. Get Over Divorce, where your new story begins here every Thursday on YouTube and Spreaker. Looking for a sports program that gives you the flavor.
Washington Commanders? Really?
This whole thing stinks to high heaven.
That pulls no punches.
Thuggish act by a thuggish actor.
That gives you some humor.
Praise everything LeBron does and never criticize it.
If you want a show that gives you good times, then this is that show. BS3 Network proudly presents.
I am Cole Johnson, and welcome to
Cole Sports with a Z. Every Friday on Patreon, and every Saturday on YouTube, Spreaker, and all other outlets.
All right, y'all. I'm back, man. I'm back. I really want to just go and sign off now because, man, I'm on one today. I'm in a mood. I'm in my feelings, and I want to be careful because I don't want to hurt anybody when I say what I got to say, what I feel like saying today. And for all those who, you just broke down Stephen A. Smith, man, shut up. Like, ain't nobody trying to be nobody else, man. It's a sad state of affairs when people's best comeback is that you're trying to be somebody else. If that's how you live your life, good for you. A lot of us have gotten free of that, man. A lot of us are perfectly fine being exactly who we are. And if we just happen to resemble somebody else, then so be it. But, man, ain't nobody trying to be nobody else but me. I'm just me, man. I'm just 100% me. And I've been doing this for over 40 years. So just because you're new to the party, don't think you got me, because you don't. All right. I love people, man. I love people. And me and one of my brothers had a discussion on YouTube, on Facebook yesterday about a particular coach who I keep asking, why can't this dude get a second chance? And I'm talking about Mark Jackson. I keep asking, why can't this dude get a second chance? And his initial response to me was, stop saying that. And I'm like, hold on now. What's the deal? Like, why can't I say that? And, then, he kind of shared his opinion, and I respectfully and lovingly shared mine, because that's my real brother. And let me tell you something. I'm one of them dudes. If you stop being my brother and you stop being my friend, it's because you stopped. It ain't because I stopped. It ain't because I stopped. I had somebody out there that I'm really, really close to, was really, really close to. They came on my show one time and they acted a complete donkey tail. And I asked them to leave in the middle of my show. Well, thank you for coming. And they got mad, and their friends gassed them up and was like, oh yeah, man, you got disrespected. But what you're not going to do is you're not going to come on my show and disrespect my show, and then you go on the national networks and you lucid and you real smart and you real intelligent with your takes, but you just come on my show and you you say trash. I'm never going to be that guy. I got too much respect for my employers. I got too much respect for the people who have trusted me with their airwaves for over 40 years. I got too much respect for that. And I have never gone into detail why me and that person are no longer friends. And that wasn't even what did it. I even apologized for getting upset, but I still let my point be known, like, you're not going to disrespect. And the person did something else. And it was that thing right there that said, okay, all right, well, I'm going to just distance myself from you. And then they just quit talking to me altogether. So like I said, if I'm your real brother and we break up, it's because you broke up. I'm going to always tell you when you're wrong. I'm going to always love you until we right. But if you decide that you don't even want to try, I'm going to let you. I'm going to let you. So that's not the case with me and my brother that were talking on Facebook yesterday. But here's what I'm on one about. Why can't Mark Jackson get another chance? Why can't Mark Jackson get another chance in the NBA? What did Mark Jackson do that was so wrong at Golden State that when people bring up his name, you have other folks that feel like, stop saying that. Like, just don't even bring his name up. The dude has burned every bridge that he can burn. I just don't understand that. I mean, here we are in a culture where folks are running around with this made up phrase called cancel culture. Be nice, AJ. Don't cuss on these airwaves. That stuff did not exist. That phrase did not exist 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Some political strategist came up with, hey, we can win elections if we talk about cancel culture. But it's funny how folks get all heartbroken and in their draws over cancel culture when somebody's trying to cancel them, but they have no shame in their game for canceling people at will. What did Mark Jackson do at Golden State that was so bad that he can barely even get an interview for a vacant head coaching job in the NBA? Because it was told to me that, well, he needs to take a college job and prove to people that he's changed. Other people don't do that. Other people who have messed all the way up don't do that. They just, sit back and relax until it's time, and then they come back, and then they get a chance when one of their friends are the general manager or when their friends is the owner of the team. But they don't take a job in college to prove nothing to nobody. I don't understand why there is a different set of standards when it's somebody that we don't like versus somebody that we do like. I'll go to my grave saying this. And I know it's a different sport. I know if it's a different league and what have you. But if Art Briles can get a job, whether he keeps it or not, that boy done been hired 3-4 times since all that mess that went down at Baylor. If he can get another job, then I don't want to hear about Mark Jackson having to prove that he can behave himself with an NBA franchise. There was a dude at Baylor College that covered up a whole murder. He covered up a whole murder. And that dude has a job right now coaching basketball players. No, it ain't the NBA, but let's not get caught up in semantics. I'm asking a straight question. What did Mark Jackson do that was so bad that the ownership and the management of the Golden State Warriors have canceled him so that he cannot even barely get an interview for another NBA job? And I'm no Mark Jackson fan. I'm no Mark Jackson friend. He ain't on my speed dial. I can't call that man when I want to. But if I let people just X out Mark Jackson for whatever he did, then it's going to be easy for me to let them X out somebody else. And I'm sorry. I'm on one today. And no shade at my brother. I love my brother. I mean it. I will fight you over me and my brother who were having a discussion yesterday. That's one of those, if you see two brothers fight, don't jump in. Don't jump in on one because you end up going to have two of them beating you up. So I just need to know. Call me, text me, tell me, what am I missing? What press release went out that said that Mark Jackson molested children, or Mark Jackson killed dogs or animals, or that Mark Jackson stole money from the organization? I need to know exactly, not what you heard, not what you thought, not what you feel like. I need to know exactly what did Mark Jackson do that he can't even be considered for another NBA job. Hit me up because I don't know, and I'm tired of people using something against other people that they don't want used against themselves. I'm so, yeah, King Doc, I'm serious. They in their draws, Doc. They in their draws. And again, I'm not talking about my brother because he's my brother. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about the leaderships and the powers that be at these respective NBA teams. I need to know what's going on. Jason Kidd did not have to do that. He did not have to do. He waited his time. Cole Sports, someone actually told you he has to prove to people that he's changed. Mark Jackson doesn't need to change, brother. I'm talking about that right there. I'm talking about that. And thank you for mentioning Art Briles. That's proof people can do straight wrong and still get another chance leading a team. It's facts. It's facts. It's a shame that there's certain wrongs which will make somebody become untouchable to a whole industry. That's what I'm talking about. And the lame excuse of, well, being an NBA player or being an NFL player or being an NFL coach or an NBA coach is a privilege. It's not a right. Listen. And I'm not talking to anybody on my show. I'm talking to the people that have comments like that. Doc, you are an expert at handing me my fries through the drive-thru. You don't know nothing else but handing me my fries through the drive-thru. You think that if you get fired from that job of handing me my fries through the drive-thru, that you just gonna automatically go and be a brain surgeon? That man knows basketball. That man has been playing basketball since longer than most people listening to this have been alive. And if that's his sport, if that's his industry, if that's his knowledge, if that's his skill set, why should he have to go do something else because you don't like him? I need to know. I just need to know. What has Mark Jackson done that he is now the Colin Kaepernick of the NBA? And who is the Golden State Warriors front office that they get to determine that man's future in this sport, which was there before they got there? The NBA had been around long before the people that run Golden State had the Golden State Warriors. So how did they get to say, don't hire him because of X, Y, Z? I need to know. I need to know. I need to know. He didn't, what'd he say? Hold on. He didn't bow down and Chicken George, Bojangle, tap dance like Mr. Wallace, Nim won't. Yeah, well, Urban Meyer, same thing. Man, don't even get me started on Urban Meyer. Don't even get me started on Urban Meyer. And I'll be doggone if they're not considering him as a front runner for several college jobs. There are other NFL teams that are kind of like, man, if we only had Urban Meyer. Cole, an expert at handling me and my fry. Yeah, man. Yeah. That's somebody's expertise. That's somebody's expertise. They know exactly how to pour just enough salt on my fries and get them to me. Man, I mean, people, first of all, this nonsense that you're on the same level as an NBA or NFL athlete is just, man, mental health is a challenge for a person that thinks like that. I in no way think because I filled out an application and punch a clock, whether I hit an actual time clock machine or whether I log in on my computer and it logs me in. You think that you're on the same level with an NFL or an NBA or a Major League Baseball athlete who negotiated a multi-million-dollar contract? Man, listen, this ain't Fantasyland. This ain't Fantasy Island. This ain't the plane. You are an employee. Watch this. You are an employee. They are a negotiated contract specialist. They're the 1%, you the no percent. Cold Sports, great example at Queen. Hey, man, listen. Casual Highlights said, well, hold on, let me get these comments in. The same powers that did not let Patrick Ewing. See, that's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. And I get it. It's their team. There's 30 of them, 29 Europeans and 1 African-American own NBA basketball teams. So they can hire who they want to hire. I get it, but I'm just asking the question. Tell me what Mark Jackson did that was so bad that he could not get another job in the league. Why would 29 other owners possibly hurt themselves for a chance to win because they listening to one team that all they've been doing since nobody else hired Mark Jackson is win? Let that sink in for a second. Oh, man, great show he put together, Golden State. We still need to vote. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm hot, bro. I told y'all I'm driving in. I'm thinking, like, what did this man do that's got other folks that look like us defending the people that are blackballing him? I don't understand that. I'm not gonna be my oppressor's defender. I'm not. Even if the oppression is not against me, I'm not gonna be the oppressor's defender. I'm not. And I'm not going to get numb to a Mark Jackson. I'm not going to get numb to a Colin Kaepernick. Man, you had a whole bunch of out there saying that Colin Kaepernick wasn't black enough. You had a whole bunch of people saying, hey, the only reason why he's doing this is because he's not playing well. Well, I'm sorry, black man. You weren't out there on the front lines standing up for social injustice and racism and police brutality. You weren't out there doing it. So at least Colin Kaepernick did. Now, I've heard rumors. I got to take a break. I've heard rumors about what Mark Jackson may have done. When I come back, I'm going to share those rumors, and then I'm going to say a few things. I'm going to let this go because y'all not going to get my blood pressure worked up. It's the Lunch Break, Winning Wednesday, powered by JM&E, streaming live on ROKU TV. Y'all tell Ben Sutter III and them, I apologize for cutting up today. I'll put a little money in the swear jar today, but I'll be right back right after this on the Lunch Break.
What do you get when you watch or listen to the Life Happens podcast? Well, I'll let them tell you.
Kim and I are both ministers of the gospel, and what Life Happens podcast is a beautiful balance by simply taking our spirituality with real life and merging it together to create a beautiful balance. And that's what we do.
BS3 Network proudly presents Life Happens podcast, where Christianity and life intersect. Live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central. This is a BS3 Network presentation. Politics.
They'll write the law, but they'll enforce it differently. Is that going to apply both ways?
Religion.
God never said that we can't reason together. Matter of fact, he said, let us sit and reason together.
Relationship.
I believe that everybody wants and needs somebody.
From a man's perspective.
They say, girls, if I put some polish on that and get him to buy some different clothes, girl, he could be a winner chicken dinner.
Join the thought engineer.
There's nothing wrong with me developing my piece and you developing your piece, but understand the goal is to come together.
And comedian John Yogi.
Negro, I don't need you putting on no chapstick up there in the pulpit. You do that over there in your chair.
Get ready for
Monday.
Live every Monday at 7 p.m. Central.
Yeah, man, I've been trying to tell y'all that the BS3 network is fire. I've been trying to tell y'all that. So let me tell you one more time how you get it. You download from your ROKU streaming device, BS3 TV. Just download it and then click on live streams, click on the different icons for the different shows and spend some time with them because you're going to like them. You're going to be mad at me because you be done binge watch like 4 hours of TV. It's that good. It is that good. So, yeah, man. Yeah. All right. So we back. It's Winning Wednesday. Congratulations, Keisha Kelly. Keisha Kelly was this week's winner of the Lunch Break Weekly Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge. She only got 2 wrong, man. That girl was 13-2. So congratulations to her. And again, for the standings in the top 6 right now, Al High he ain't running away with it, but he's been in first place for a minute. He's at number 1 with 74 wins. Big Time Floyd at number 2 with 73. Miss Pearl at number 3 with 72. Emmanuel E. Breeze at number 4 with 72. Number 5 is Milo with 71. Number 6 is Delano with 71. Noop. And number 7, Amber. Number 8, Chi-Town. Number 9, Erica with a K. And number 10, Football G. All right? Where's Duval? Duval be talking a whole lot of noise when he sends his picks in. Duval way down there at number 22. Way down there at number 20. Duval, if you're going to talk that much noise, you got to do something, bro. You're going to have to do something. All right, so now let me get back to this. Real quick, somebody sent this to me. Somebody said, AJ, this cat has a winning record. 121 wins, 109 losses in 3 seasons with Golden State. 2011, 2012, he was 23-43. They were last in the division. 2012, 2013, 47-35. A 24-game turnaround. That's huge. And then 2013, 2014, 51-31. At the time, that was the best record in Golden State Warrior history, and they fired him after that. Now, here's what I heard, all right? Just going to tell you what I heard. I heard that he made some comments about gay and lesbian people. He is a very strong, devout Christian, and he's a pastor. And I'm not defending that. I'm not using that to defend. I'm a pastor too, but I don't defend all pastors. So let's get that straight for a minute. But he had very strong beliefs on gay and lesbian people. One of the owners, front office executives, is gay. Reportedly, he also had some internal issues with assistant coaches. Like he kind of moved some coaches around in some people's beliefs unjustly. Like he felt like one particular coach was getting too popular with the players, so he wanted to move him to the G League, and another coach was a little too popular, so he wanted to try and fire him. All that added up to Golden State deciding to part ways with Mark Jackson and bring in Steve Kerr, and the rest is, as we say, is history. Here's my thing. You got strong evangelical Christians running around right now, taking over the Supreme Court, taking over Congress, taking over state legislatures and state Supreme Courts, and literally making laws based on their operative word, their Christian beliefs. Again, I'm not getting into the debate between killing unborn babies and having abortions for medical reasons and part of people's medical care, but literally have decided that grown people cannot make their own decisions for what they do with their bodies and how they handle their families, and literally are about to make decisions that grown people of the same sex cannot be in intimate relationships that are recognized as civil unions and receive benefits like any other family unit would receive. But somehow, Mark Jackson, having strong beliefs based on his faith and his Christian journey, was just too extreme to the point where, watch this, he can never have another chance to lead grown men in the sport of basketball. He's not teaching kids. He's not a little league coach. He's not a middle school or a high school or even a college coach. He's a grown man with his own Christian beliefs. But some kind of way, his are so radical that he can no longer have another chance to coach an NBA team, barely can get an interview, and some feel like he should have to go take a college job to prove that he can behave. Huh? What? What the Hades? Are you kidding me? Let me hold on, man. Hold on. Let me get some comments. Donna Coleman Holman said, you cannot speak on the LBGTQIA period. But you got a whole Supreme Court that's about to terminate their civil union rights. Watch. What else you say? Watch this. He got fired after leading a team to a 51 win, the best in franchise history at that time. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. Cole Sports, that 51 season was the best mark they had since 1992 when they won 50. There you go. Okay, so I was wrong. You right. I'm glad you. Cole Sports, man. That dude know his stuff. Casual highlights. There needs to be a book about Mark Jackson and Golden State. There needs to be a 30 for 30. There needs to be something, and I wish he would let JM&E do it. Don't let ESPN and them do it because they ain't going to do it right. I got you, bro. I got you. I'll do it like that the crew that did the movie Till. If y'all have not seen Till, man, listen, let me tell you something. And look at the trailer. Watch the trailer when they talk about how they put the movie together and how they refuse to glorify the violence against Black people because they wanted to tell the story, the good news story. So that's one thing about us, man. We always can find some good news in the middle of darkness and death and stuff that folks just be constantly perpetrating on me. And if you think I'm a victim saying that, you don't know me. Baby, that ain't nothing victimized about that. None. So anyway, yeah, there needs to be a documentary on that one because it needs to be told and it needs to be told right. Let's say it. Today, it's a crime to say anything opposing the gay community. The offense is considered worse if that person is a Christian. Oh man, I'm gonna just try to be careful. I've already stepped on it today. I concur at Cole Sports. Donna Coleman Holman says, AJ, you got it. It talks about how powerful the Warriors ownership group can be if Jackson can't get another head coaching position. You're absolutely right. And that's why I say I need to understand. I'm Michael Jordan in Carolina. I'm Michael Jordan in Charlotte. And, you know, my team ain't been nothing for a while. They ain't made the playoff. Well, didn't they squeak in there last year? I got a chance to bring in somebody who knows how to coach up my young point guard, young ball. He knows how to coach up, you know, my bigs and my play. He knows how to coach these guys up. I've seen him do it. And maybe he can get us from, 40-something wins to 50-something wins. And I'm not doing it because of what happened in Oakland, San Francisco. Yeah, they made the playing round last year. Yeah, I felt like they did. So I'm Michael Jordan, and I ain't had a head coach to be able to get that done since I had the franchise. And right there, like I know I got him. I'm Michael Jordan now. I got him on my speed dial. I can say hey Siri, call Mark Jackson. And on phone will start doing it. It'll start doing it. And I don't understand how I would make that decision for my franchise because of what went wrong with him at that franchise. That's why I say this is some bull. Let me tell you why this is some bull. Because they don't do that with other people. They don't do that with other people. You got some coaches that was crazy as hell somewhere else, and when they get fired, when people get sick and tired of them being crazy as hell there, somebody else will say, well, you know, he might have been crazy there, but a change of scenery might help him over here. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Casual Highlight said, playing don't count. Donna Coleman Holman said, Michael Jordan don't love anyone. You know, I use him as an example. Orlando, you know, the Rockets. And I love Steven Silas, but before Steven Silas, they could have had Donna Coleman Holman. Great example. Great example. Great example. It was Bobby Knight's friends that hired him at Texas Tech. Look at Rick Pitino. Look at Rick Pitino. And he did that around kids. And they now talking about him for Power 5 jobs again. But grown tail Mark Jackson cannot get another chance to coach grown men. Let me get off this because I got to get ready to go. All right. So again, if you're going to participate in this week's Lunch Break Weekly, Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge, get me your picks. Get me your picks by tomorrow at 6 o'clock. I'll be at the game tomorrow when the Eagles visit the Texans. I got the Eagles by 20. I got the Eagles by 20. I could be wrong, but I doubt. I got the Eagles by 20. Then Sunday, Panthers at the Bengals. Well, I don't know what's wrong with Cincinnati. And man, I sure love the way PJ Walker is playing for the Carolina Panthers. But I'm going to go with the Bengals in that one. But man, I won't be surprised if PJ and them upset the Cincinnati Bengals. Raiders at Jacksonville. I just don't think Jacksonville is going to lose another game. I feel like Jacksonville is going to beat the Raiders. Colts at the Patriots. I'm sorry. Frank Reich, you about to get fired. Don't say nothing against certain groups of people because you might not get another chance. I got the Patriots in that one. Titans at the Chiefs. I got the Chiefs in that one. But boy, I sure hope they don't let Derrick Henry, D. Henny, run wild on them like he did on the Texans this past Sunday. Chargers at the Falcons. Falcons have been playing well, but I feel like the Chargers are going to win that one on the road. But again, that's a West Coast to the East Coast kind of thing. Woo! I'm going to go Chargers anyway. Dolphins at the Bears. I'm going Dolphins. Packers at the Lions. Boy, if Detroit could find a way to beat Green Bay, I'm going Green Bay. Bills at the Jets. Going Bills. Vikings at the Commanders. For some reason, I feel like the Vikings are going to win, but I won't be surprised if Washington does. Seattle at Arizona. I'm going Seattle. Forget Cliff Kingsbury. I wish I can't even talk. I wish Cliff Kingsbury would say something about people so they can ban him from the league. But anyway, Rams at the Buccaneers. Man, that's two good teams that are playing really, really bad. I don't think Tom Brady's going to lose 4 in a row. I'm going with the Buccaneers in the upset. And then Monday night, you got the Ravens at the Saints. I'm going Baltimore. And final score in that one, I'm going 30-24 on that one. So again, let me do all these with no commentary. I've got Eagles. I've got Bengals. I've got Jaguars. I've got Patriots, Kansas City, Chargers, Dolphins, Packers, Bills, Vikings, Seahawks, Buccaneers, Ravens. Get those to me by tomorrow, 6 o'clock. Get those to me by tomorrow. Pick all those games. Don't leave anybody out. The teams that have bye weeks, 49ers, Broncos, Browns, Cowboys, Giants, Steelers. So you should pick, let me make sure you get the number right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 games. You should have 13 picks when you send them in by 6 p.m. tomorrow. Text them 832-403-5005, 832-403-5005, or email them AJ@Jones Media and Entertainment. Don't forget to pick the final score of the Monday night game. AJ@Jones Media and ENT.com. AJ@Jones Media and ENT.com. All right. As always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I truly do love you. Ain't nothing you can do about it, but just, give me grace. I was on one today. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be safe. All right? All right.
Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. Today is Wednesday, November 2nd, 2022. Number 1. Violence maintains its reign on city streets across the country. Shootings took place Monday night in Chicago and early Tuesday morning in Houston. At least 14 people were shot in Chicago as a result of a drive-by. Victims include a 3-year-old, an 11-year-old, and a 13-year-old. Their reported conditions range from critical to non-life-threatening. In Houston, rapper Takeoff, a member of the popular trio Migos, was killed at a local entertainment venue early Tuesday morning. Number 2. The clip-on devices that use light to measure oxygen levels in the blood are getting a closer look from U.S. regulators after recent studies suggest they do not work as well for patients of color. The devices, called pulse oximeters, usually snap onto a finger and are widely used in hospitals across the globe to help guide the treatment. At-home versions became popular during the COVID-19 pandemic. In 2021, the FDA issued a warning about possible inaccuracies after a study found the devices tended to overestimate Black patients' oxygen levels. Number 3, a health emergency has been declared in Southern California's Orange County due to rapidly spreading virus infections. The county health officer issued a declaration Monday due to record numbers of pediatric hospitalizations and daily emergency room visits, the OC Healthcare Agency said in a press release. Last week, neighboring San Diego County's public health agency sounded a similar alarm. Number 4, Florida's medical board is the first in the country to pursue a rule that would ban all minors in the state from receiving puberty blockers, hormone therapy, or surgeries as a treatment for gender dysphoria. The vote is the latest update in a months-long effort led by Governor Ron DeSantis' administration to restrict transition-related care for people under the age of 18. The effort to restrict such care began in April when DeSantis and Florida Surgeon General Joseph Ladapo issued non-binding guidance through the Florida Health Department that sought to bar both social gender transition and gender-affirming medical care for minors. Number 5, Versi May Spell has been missing from Baltimore, Maryland since October 19th. The 75-year-old was last seen at her residence located in the Barrington Road area and was wearing a black shirt, black leggings, and black shoes. She uses a walker or a cane to assist her in walking. According to the family, someone broke into Versi's home while she was inside. She has not been seen or heard from since. Anyone with information on Miss Versi's disappearance, please go to the Black and Missing Foundation website. Here's your daily inspiration from Yogi's Jewels. Real friends empower one another without fanfare. Inhale power. Exhale weakness. Whew. Join me today live on YouTube and Facebook at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central with the man of the world, Stephen Hill, comedian extraordinaire, Myra J., and activist, Quinn Townsend Riley, as we discuss today's top headlines and more. Thank you to our What You Need to Know partners, Black Voters Matter and HBCU Go TV. To subscribe to my free daily newsletter, please visit SybilWilkes.com. Be informed, be empowered.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.